Bienvenidos. Welcome, man, to another episode, Island God Talk Podcast, man. Your favorite two hosts, Ju and Kingmeechyyy, in the building. Our last episode of the year 2023. You know, that's not the original calendar, but we ain't gonna go into all of that. How you doing today, bro?
Bro, I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing great. And I love that you mentioned that, bro. Last podcast of the year. And our 1 year was like, what, a month ago. Now it's like the end of the year. And it seems so big. Imagine putting like actual time into something. I feel like a lot of people can't say that. You can put like years into things without not necessarily seeing the biggest outcome, but you still doing it every day. And I just can't wait to see where this thing really goes.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's like a lot of people, they love to forget that the process is always going to be the best part. Yeah, we could get 1 million, 2 million subs. You're going to be excited for a day. You're going to be a little extra excited more than me, probably. And then the next day, it's like, well, you're not just going to want to sit in your ass and not doing no more. It's like, but we back to work, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like, it's all that stuff. Like I always say, it just comes with the process. The enjoyment is going to be that present moment, which you're actually doing right now. As long as you are putting your best effort forward, working towards the highest version of yourself, you're going to be feeling good about what you're doing right now.
That's facts, bro. And not to downplay anything, we came a long way in a year, bro. Like in a year, we did big things. Big things. Shout out to us, bro. Shout out to us. Cannot lie. Because, goodness gracious, I feel like what more can you ask for? Like, where we at? We have almost 7K right now?
Yeah.
Almost 7K a year? That's nice. I love it. I love it.
Yes, sir.
But we can get right into this thing, bro. Because I feel like, and throughout this whole process, bro, throughout the year, bro, have you felt like you went into training arcs? Like, you know in animes where just the arcs, they're just grind. And how does that work for you?
I don't know. To me, I'm always training because it just doesn't seem like there should be a stopping point for your training. I feel like when it comes to stuff, if you get to a point where you did master something and you go through a little bit of a season of reaping the benefits, then that's just that purpose layer kind of finishing itself off. You know, like boom, once we do get to the point where we're at 10,000, 100,000 subs, we know all we got to do is keep putting in the minimum effort, coming in, sitting down, recording, and it's going to be good. So it's going to be time to move on into, if we want to get deeper into our development as people, like, okay, we know we got this set up, we know we got to meet once we do this, and now it's time to kind of train on something else. And I guess you can say that's kind of like a arc, but then it leads you into something else. But I just feel like it should be kind of constantly going for you as a man.
I feel that, bro. Not gonna lie. But for me, for like the whole year for me, bro, it's kind of been not on and off, but it's always training. But sometimes I just take training so much more serious, if you know what I mean. And I feel like you should always take it seriously. Don't just clip it and be like, oh, don't take. No, take it seriously. But I feel like sometimes you really just need to lock in, like, no distractions. Because you know when people say the whole monk mode thing, I feel like those things are good for periods at a time, bro. I feel like going that way for a year, I mean, it probably could be some very beneficial stuff. I'm not going to say it's not, but I feel like it has to be breaks in it, though. Like, it has to be you're on it, then maybe not necessarily degeneracy, but still to live your life. How do you find a good balance between still working hard and living your life at the same time?
I don't think it's never going to be any type of perfect balance. It's about what you want out of life. Because, like we always say, if you want to do degenerate shit, like that's cool. And yeah, it's probably going to be periods of time where that's more than usual and stuff like that. But to be honest, if you really want to be the best you can be, you're going to cut that out as much as possible. So it's like, yeah, it's like points where you, for some guys, they will go into like a monk mode phase of their life, but I think when they're in that phase, they need to be fully invested into that. If you going to go do some degenerate shit, be also fully invested into that. It's never going to be a perfect balance. So I do this time, and I do this time. This is about what you want out of life, and I feel like it's like more so of like feminine to even try to want to have some balance into that shit. It might be like, okay, yeah, we out partying this day, we in the club till 4 a.m., but we know we gotta get up and train at 7 a.m. So, hey, we gotta keep this ball rolling. That's why we gotta take care of ourselves to the best of our ability to be prepared for chaos, because shit ain't never gonna be completely balanced.
That is true, bro. And I feel like a lot of people do try to find that balance. It is never going to be there, bro. And you were right. That is kind of feminine to want a balance, bro. Because as a man, like, I feel like your life is going to be chaotic. You got to go with the punches.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely going to be chaotic. And, like, that's definitely, like, some learned behavior, whether it's the media or having a single mom, stuff like that, to try to make things work and try to find a balance into it. Like, it's... Like, yeah, of course, when you, even when you become a father, it's never going to be a perfect balance of, damn, can I be the best businessman I can be and be the best father at the same time? It's just not going to work. It's going to be a give and take in some areas. And don't let this world convince you that you have to be a people pleaser and everybody got to be 100% happy with you at all times. Because it's not going to be the case. Like, yeah, I might couldn't take little Yuski Jr. to get ice cream today. I made it to the basketball game this weekend, but, you know, I got to go get this money. I got to do all these things. And I think in the long run, once your son, daughter, or whoever you have with you, especially when they see the results of what you did, they'll start to understand. Yeah, like definitely don't make your life all about work, but it's just never gonna be complete balance when it comes to.
I like that, bro. I like that a lot. And you got to tell your girl that too, don't you? Like, hey, I have to go get this money, so right now I can't spend all the time I need with you at this moment. You feel me?
Yeah, you definitely have to tell her that. And the thing about it is nowadays, the world is so fucked up that you could, like, boom, like, say, boom, we're all in a tribal setting. I could lead the tribe going to hunt. We're trying to hunt. We found this big-ass deer or whatever. We tracking them down. It might take us a day or two to find that motherfucker. Your woman, she just be back at home with the other woman. Now, today is not the case when we got social media. They got degenerate friends and stuff like that want to pull them to all these other places. So you got to have a good, solid woman that will understand, like, he's out saving the world. If I don't have a good woman around me, then, I need to find something to focus on while he's doing that.
I like that too. Hey, give your woman a job, bro. Gotta give her a job. Gotta give her a job. I've been using that so much in my life now too. Like, let's say even just like hanging out. Even if I'm hanging out with a person, I'm doing something, they could be doing something too. Like, hey, teach his own. Bro, but back to these training arcs though, bro. So, do you feel like there was a big... So, I understand you've been grinding, the whole year. But do you feel like it was a big hump that took you over, like, made you into a new person? Because you're not the same person you was at January to now, obviously.
I'm not the same person I was before we started this podcast today, my nigga. Like, I just feel like you should always be constantly growing and evolving, and you can't let people that aren't growing and evolving hold you back. I won't say no one particular moment throughout this year really changed anything for me particularly. It's just literally I'm in that all I need to do is stay the course mode and all the benefits will come. Now there's certain things that I can do that's gonna slow that down. There's certain things I can do to speed it up. If I wake up and do 25, 50, 100 push-ups every morning, then that's gonna speed me up to where I'm trying to get to. It was certain days that I woke up, I got high around 12 p.m. Now I'm saying, and those days it slowed me down. So I'm on the course. I know everything I need to do is just fighting that balance of our flesh and being able to control, like, I don't need to look at that fucking Instagram porn. I don't need to, well, I don't need to be porn, but like soft porn, you might come across a page and you're looking at some shit you don't need me to be looking at. I don't need to wake up and, like, I don't wake and bake. I didn't wake and bake all year, but, like, not saying even a few hours after I woke up, I might have got high, and those things, or if I missed a workout a certain day, I didn't practice my Spanish this certain day, like, those things just slow me down on the course. I know where I'm going, I know how to get there, but it's just about fighting against those things.
Thanks, bro, and that was a good one. Flesh. You can't please your flesh, bro. You can't please your flesh. Because, one, it can never truly be pleased.
Yeah, you can't please it. you can't keep it pleased. You can
Yeah,
please it.
yeah.
You can please it. There's things you can do. We already know the things we're not supposed to do. Masturbation, getting high, getting drunk, all that stuff. You can definitely please your flesh, but it's the fact that if the things you're doing that's pleasing your flesh don't match the truth of you about yourself, you have in your mind, you know, you this great person, this leader, this multimillionaire, and all this stuff, but the actions you're doing with your flesh don't agree with that, you're gonna have even more chaos in your life. You're gonna have chaos regardless, because that's just how the world is. But you can control a lot of that stuff just by being disciplined and not just giving into your flesh every time it pull you to this bitch or pull you to this drug or pull you to this party, you know.
I feel that. Pull you to this bitch is crazy. But nah, that's some real life. But you can't keep it, please. I mean, you can try your best, but it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good.
You just keep indulging and you end up on the side of the road somewhere.
I'm telling you, bro. And I feel like part of your journey is to know when you're going down, bro. I got a question for you. So let's say you got a friend, bro, and you see he's going down. You see he's going down the wrong path. What is something you would say to him to help him get on the up and up?
Really, it's only but so much you can say to him. You can really, like, if it's your guy friend, get his shit together. You know what I'm saying? Call him out. Tell him the things he's doing wrong. But you also need to be a good example, because it's like I can't be a heroin addict telling the next nigga like, yo, you need to stop doing that. Why you on that heroin? Like, why are you doing that, bro? Like, nah, I gotta be first a good leader and set a good example, and then you call him out without caring about how he feels about how you calling him out. If you going into it trying to step on eggshells or dance around and shit, then all he gonna do is give you an excuse, and you gonna be like, okay, instead of you really holding them to the fire about it.
I'm telling you, hold them to the fire. Gotcha. Because that's something me and my friends say kind of too, bro. Like, if I can't tell you about yourself, are we really friends type shit?
Yeah. And that's just another thing that should be common sense among men, amongst masculine men, but the world and got us so fucked up. A lot of us grew up not understanding. A lot of us grew up taking other things other men said personal, you know?
Facts. Bro, and isn't that rule number 1, never take anything personal?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely up there in the just rules of life if you want to be a successful man, and especially if you want to be a successful stoic man. You shouldn't take anything personal anybody says or does to you, because usually it's about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, even somebody rob you on the street, nigga probably is a nigga that, you know what I'm saying, first of all, you got self-accountability, your self-awareness was off, you probably wasn't prepared, ain't had your pole ready and all that. So you gotta look at that about yourself, and then you gotta think about his shoes and his perspective. Like, damn, he seen this easy lick walking down the street and he hungry, motherfucker hungry, you know what I'm saying? That's not about you. It wasn't personal. It wasn't like, oh yeah, I wanted to rob this nigga Meechyyy because he fucked my bitch or something. Like, nah, usually a nigga just hungry.
I'm telling you, bro. Niggas do be hungry. Bro. But I was just saying, because we were saying you can't help somebody else before you help yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So before you can reach your hand back, you got to get there first. And I feel like everybody needs to realize that, because me speaking to myself first, bro, sometimes my friends' problems can become my problems. And I'm like, bro, you got to figure out your own problems first before you can help somebody else.
Yeah, definitely, man. If you're not where you want to be, and people got to understand that about other people, just because someone may have something or they may have a certain level of, like, access to you, and they know that they can ask you for this and that, or they can come and emotionally dump on you, you know what I'm saying, at any time. Like, I forgot the last situation, or the Jamaica situation, you know, like, you didn't just, you know what I'm saying, come to me and like, Justin, I gotta tell you about this. Oh my God, this is going on. Like, nah, I kind of had to, you know what I'm saying, pry the information out of you a little bit with that joint. And it don't have to be like that, but sometimes people need to think before I just come emotionally dump to somebody. Let me ask and see if they're ready for that, you know? Like, don't just walk up to somebody, oh, goddamn, I got robbed, I lost my house, I got fired today for this, that, and the third, and just dump on them and shit like that, because that just it one is I don't think it's really a turn off for most people, but it will leave somebody exhausted and they won't even know why they're tired. It's because they already got their own shit going on, and you can't just put your shit on them, you know.
That's some real shit, bro. That's some real shit right there. Hey, and I'm gonna tell y'all about the Jamaican shit one day, bro. Matter of fact, we gonna put the link of the Patreon in that bitch. Join that bitch, and then we can talk about that shit in there. No bullshit, bro. But that's some real shit, bro. And I feel like everybody needs to really get that, bro. Help yourself first, bro. Cause that's like even on the airplane they say put your own mask on first and then your neighbors, bro. It's the same thing like that. You'll mess around and really hurt yourself trying to help other people or please other people too. I feel like it's the same concept. You trying to please everybody. You're not. I think that's a quote, right?
Yeah, like what it is the phrase, especially our community, everybody want to be a real nigga. To me, that the phrase got so mixed up and washed down that to me it's about, okay, real nigga should mean he's a true leader, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't mean, oh, he look out for me a lot, or he do this for me, or he do this. Like, nah, because that's just somebody you taking advantage of if it becomes enough time, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when it comes to like just being that person that people lean on, that's a good thing. Like you want to be able to be used, but you don't want to be taken advantage of. And like you said, someone putting a mask on, like, yeah, you gotta help yourself first, cause it's one of those things, like the same thing I was saying earlier, just being on my journey. It don't even gotta be weed or alcohol or whatever the fuck pulling me back or slowing me down. It can literally be me thinking I gotta please all these other people and giving them what I got, and that's just like slowing me down on my journey because I am, okay, I'll help you with this. Oh, okay, you need help with this? Like, so you do have to go through seasons of selfishness so you can be selfless later on.
That's totally a true, bro. Because throughout the whole year, people can hold you back, bro. That's facts. People can be the biggest, like the person that's around you the most, for real. And I feel like you just gotta watch out for stuff like that, and in your circle, bro. How do you deal with that, like with people around you?
For the most part, most people, like especially like my male friends, they know they can't. It's not that they can't ask me for shit. It's just they know they can't involve me in bullshit, and they know they can't ask me, or they know it's gonna be like, it's a strong chance I might say no if they do ask me for something. Just even that will keep people from asking me stuff. But when it comes to like family and friends, I help out when I can and when it's like least of convenience to me as possible. Even if it is a little bit of an inconvenience, with someone I love, I just feel like that's part of the leadership, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna give someone, let's say I got fucking 6 bands total right now. I'm not gonna give someone 3, you know? Like, I don't care what they're going through, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I can't help you. You need to go to a lone fucking office or something like that. You need 3 bands. Like, even if you need a goddamn heart transplant, you know what I'm saying? And something like that, that's extreme, but, you know, you just shouldn't take away from, like, you can't, I'm still building my kingdom, I'm stacking my bricks, and then someone coming over asking me for bricks, you know?
Yeah, I totally feel that. Bro, because I feel like that's the whole thing, going into the new year, bro. This is why we talked about this, because we are going into the new year. Sometimes you might got to cut off some dead weight, bro, and I feel like we all hate to hear it, bro, because especially when you got close ties to people, bro. Nobody really wants to stop being friends, bro. And I know it sucks. Because we've all been through that, like having a friend we really thought was our friend, but it just didn't work out, bro. But I'm telling you, I feel like you'll be so much better off when you really cut that weight. And I feel like, no, like the sky's the limit, bro. The sky's the fucking limit.
It definitely is, because it's been a few people this year, like I had to, boom, like I'm not messing with you no more, whether it's an action or just something you did that I'm not fucking with, and I don't want to associate it with me and what I got going on in my future. It's like, not saying no love lost or whatever, but it's just, I'm the type of person that I'm not going like, you know what I'm saying, you can't just send me a quick apology, or you can't just, you know what I'm saying, it's levels to shit. I don't care how sorry somebody is and stuff like that. It's like, certain shit you should have just never did. And I do believe in redemptions, but I don't believe in I gotta fuck with you again because you apologizing and you didn't even try to make up for what you did. You just want to say you sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, one of my homies that I cut off. I see him the other day, walk right past him. You know what I'm saying? Like we was in the same room, left the room because it's just that's just like me. I stand on business when it comes when it's about my life and about the stuff I got going on, the stuff I know I'm accomplished and need to do in this life. I stand on business about it. Like yeah, I might still love, bro. I might still, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it'd be cool to talk and chop it up and laugh like we used to, but that shit ain't worth nothing.
I feel you. Hey, that's some real shit. That's some real nigga shit right there. I ain't gonna lie. That's the real nigga shit we was talking about earlier. Bro, because that's the hard things to do. And doing those hard things, bro, is makes your life easier, bro. Doing the easy thing gonna make your life harder. Like,
it get easier every time you do it, man. I swear.
I'm telling you. But if you were to entertain that, bro, and have that person back, whatever he did, he could do it again.
Mm-hmm. He could do it again, and I got nobody to blame but myself.
Facts.
Now I'm crashing out trying to smoke a nigga because he done stole something or did whatever. Like, nah, like, I ain't even gonna put myself in that situation. Like I said, like, it's about my life, about my program, about the things I'm gonna allow into it. You gotta stand on business every time.
I'm telling you, gotta stand on business.
And that's being more of a real nigga because you're showing true leadership. I ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, to that person, they probably like, yeah, if I would've came, like, oh, you good, bro, like, dap them up and all that shit. We be like, oh, you a real nigga. Like, nah, like, what most people think is a real nigga is a dumb nigga nowadays.
I'm telling you,
that shit's crazy.
I'm telling you, bro. A dumb nigga, bro. Even some people might say he a real nigga for apologizing or even coming in the same space. Like, oh, nah, bro, nah. I feel like when shit like that happens, like a nigga does something or does whatever he does, I feel like that would be the furthest place I want to go. I feel like I couldn't even look you in your eyes, like, unless I'm apologizing, like, face to face. But other than that, I don't want to see you. Mm-hmm. I did you wrong. I did you wrong.
And that's how most people are, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's better, too. Like, at least that's the first step. You admit you was wrong and all that stuff, but it's still, like, it's steps to redemption. It's not just, oh, I'm sorry, da-da-da. Like, nah, you got to pay back what you owed if you did cause somebody some kind of monetary inconvenience, and there's still steps to take after that. And then you can't go into the shit just expecting because you said sorry for motherfuckers to forgive you. Like, that's not genuine. So real sorry is I'm gonna apologize to you because you deserve an apology, not because I'm down bad and I'm lonely. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause that's what most people do.
Bro, that's facts, bro.
They realize that grass won't greener.
It never is, bro. Grass is greener where you water it, bro. Mm-hmm. Big believer on that. And speaking of that, bro, I think it's the same way in, like, relationships too, bro. People that try in relationships are naturally going to be better than people who don't, bro. No matter how many times you switch partners, bro, if you're not actually pouring into the relationship and the other person isn't pouring into, the shit's not going to be greener.
Being intentional, man. That's what that is. That's all that's about. When you do have a partner, you got a wife or whatever, you got a wife or a husband. If you're not being intentional, if you're not doing things knowing, like, okay, yeah, I could come in early. I could see that it's a couple things around the house that need to be done, but I'm like, nah, because she usually do it, so I ain't going to do it. Well, I could be intentional, making things a little bit easier. I got here earlier. I ain't got nothing to do. Let me be more intentional about it. Or even stuff like, boom, okay, I done bought her flowers so many times, I done stopped bringing her flowers and stuff like that because I'm getting comfortable. I'm getting less intentional about the relationship instead of, like, nah, I always do this. Let me keep this going. Let me keep this consistency. This is like, you know, women, they love the little things, you know what I'm saying? Like, the big things is cool too, but the little things and new experiences are always going to be how you can show your intentionalness.
I like that a lot, bro. I like that a lot. It's always the little things, bro. It's always the little things. But for a man, what do you think it'd be for a man?
Man, it's just her noticing what you need, and sometimes you not even knowing that's what you need. You know what I'm saying?
No bullshit.
Like, it's really her noticing those things and her continuing to be a feminine woman and continuing to be a source of R&R for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, when we out conquering the world, we doing these hard business negotiations, we traveling to these places, we dodging bullets, all types of shit. We don't want to come home and have to be in combat with your woman or have to be in like some type of back and forth session with your woman, especially on a consistent basis. Like y'all can have adult discussions, y'all can figure things out and things like that. But if it's war outside and war in the house, as a man, you're gonna end up leaving.
I'm telling you, bro, that's how you get smoked, bro. You fighting two battles, bro. You fighting on two different fronts. That's never good. That's never good, bro. And I feel like when it really comes down to arguing in relationships, bro, I feel like I just can't do it, bro. I understand the tough conversations, bro, but if it ever got to a point where like we're like arguing constantly, bro, I feel like if that's not a red flag or a sign to leave, bro, I don't know what is.
So many of us, especially in the black community, have grew up in those type of households that it was consistent back and forth and yelling and stuff getting thrown or whatever. Hopefully no hands was put on, but like a lot of people grew up in those houses, so that's normal. They think this is what you're supposed to do in love. This is how you work out differences and stuff like that. It's all learned behavior when you do find a woman like that. Usually her father not around much, so she don't have a father. She's seen her mother with different men going back and forth and stuff like that. And that leads her to be a loud, argumentative, more masculine type of woman.
You're absolutely right, bro. Absolutely right. And I feel like that shit not cool. Fighting is not feminine at all, bro. At all. I understand if something happened, like, all right, something happened, y'all get into it, blah, blah, blah. But if she's, like, actively trying to hit you, which you should never hit a girl anyway, but if she's actively, like, putting her hands on you, that's a red flag, bro. You got to get her gone. You might got to get her gone. Unless you really did some fucked up shit where you really deserve to get hit. What's some shit you think deserves to get hit?
I think people should keep their hands to themselves at all times if you don't want nobody putting their hands on you. Even when it comes to two men, if it needs to get to a fight, because you got to think, like, yeah, we men, and we have some people have more barbaric ancestors than others and shit like that. No. But to me, at the level of intelligence we have, especially being, like, strong men, we know how to fight and all these different things, it shouldn't have to come to that. If it's coming to that, then someone did some OD disrespectful shit. If it's just a regular difference and it's just two men, then it should be handled diplomatically first. Reacting straight away and shit getting straight to hands, that's more so little boy behavior, and if we notice, that's how a woman usually react. Yeah. As a man, you should be able to be diplomatic about something. You use your words, we got language and all that for a reason. I feel like hands should be the last resort unless it's just like we both agreed to this, you know what I'm saying? And be like, okay, you know what? We can't settle this difference. I'm still mad as fuck. You still mad as fuck. What we gonna do? Where we gonna go and get this done at? Because we both need to get some anger out. Let's do it.
I feel that, bro. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. They got that shit in Texas now. Like, two people can just agree to a fight whenever, bro. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I don't see nothing wrong with it, especially if y'all agree to it. But I still feel like if y'all can't get it resolved, like talking, there's a problem. Like, there's literally a problem with one or both of y'all. Because I feel like nothing's ever that deep. You just got to be able to admit when you're wrong.
Yeah, and it's like, there's gonna be those one-off situations where it's just better to agree to disagree than keep going back and forth about it, because that's usually how arguments happen. I mean, arguments turn into fights. Like, we obviously got two different points. Maybe someone got some cognitive dissonance. They can't. they heard the right information, but they can't change their mind because they're so stuck on their point, ego, pride, and all that stuff in the way, and it ends up getting there because motherfuckers get too flustered and frustrated for words anymore, and it just becomes like, all right, we're gonna react. And to me, it shouldn't have to get there. You know, if it does. Like, usually, like I said, that's stuff we did when we was younger. We wasn't as masculine as we are now, and like I said, it shouldn't have to get there. And as far as men and women, it should definitely not have to get there, because I don't think, like, yeah, you can discuss, you can even debate something with a woman, but like I say, same point. Agree to disagree. Y'all figure out what's the resolution from that agree to disagreement. Like, if it's something that's gonna change the relationship, like you want 10 bitches and she like, no, she only wants you with one bitch, then yeah, and that's obviously something that y'all don't need to throw hands about. Y'all gonna have to separate, because y'all have two widely different opinions on a core subject of relationships.
Facts, bro. Those are things you have to separate for. If like your morals don't align with your partner, bro, you gotta get rid of that. You gotta get rid of that every single time. It's just like saying, "Hey, I'm Christian, but she's Muslim." There's gonna be a problem somewhere, bro. Somewhere, whether it's families, y'all, how y'all gonna raise the kids, bro. And these are conversations I feel like you need to have before you even date a person. Like as your vendor, like what are your morals? Like, just what is your religion? Like, how do you feel about kids? Like anything of the sorts, anything that you know you're gonna want to know.
Yeah, like you gotta have those conversations instead of women thinking about money and looks and status, and guys be thinking about ass and titties and shit like that instead of asking each other those real questions that need to be asked.
Facts, bro. Like, what color? Like, what's your favorite color, bro? I feel like that's so dumb. And people be saying it all the time. That's why I hate starting over in a relationship. I don't care about your favorite color. I feel like that's a useless question to ask, bro. You'll figure it out eventually, bro. Like, I want to know, do you have any kids? Are you crazy? Like, these are the questions we should be asking.
And we have to do that stuff nowadays, which isn't really normal to us because everybody got so many options, or feel like they got so many options, and dating is not how it used to be back in the day, where boom, you usually more likely to meet your wife in your younger years. Everybody's so older now, and got all this baggage and all this stuff. Everybody come with extra shit going on and shit like that. Like it's a war zone in the streets out here in the West.
I'm telling you, bro. That's why I said focus on yourself, man. And I'm gonna forever say it. Focus on yourself, because I feel like once you start focusing on yourself, it will naturally come to you, bro. And that's gonna bring us into our next thing, bro. Negative thoughts. We've talked about this on here before, bro, but I want to re-emphasize, especially going into the new year, bro. Make sure your brain is clean, bro. Clear of any negative things. And I got rid of Twitter, bro. I deleted Twitter off my phone, bro, for the simple fact Twitter is good. It's a good app if your feed is right, bro. I feel like your feed got to be damn near perfect, bro. Once you start entertaining like the rap comedies, like fucking Stay Cheese and shit, like all those blogs and shit.
You never
shit
know what
just
you
gets,
can see.
I'm telling you, shit just gets distorted, bro. Shit gets distorted. Like it be some of them shits. I click on that shit and it's just porn. I'm like, and it was getting too much for me. I was like, bro, I need to cleanse my mind. So I got rid of Twitter, and I feel like that's what y'all got to do. Like, I hope y'all not watching for, but any negative thing or like just straight gossip, bro, try to cleanse it out. Like, do something for it. You feel me?
I think when it comes to negative thoughts, you definitely watch the information. Especially if you do have a problem with it, the best thing to do when you have negative thoughts is, like you said, watch the information you take in. But also, man, you gotta meditate, because at the end of the day, you're gonna have negative thoughts regardless. You're gonna, of course, certain things, like you said, like Twitter, certain things on Instagram, social media in general, because you're not in control of the information you about to see next. You know what I'm saying? So that can be very dicey, can be very dangerous, and it can lead you down some rabbit holes of thought that you might get stuck in, or you might end up doom scrolling, thinking the world about to end because you done seen some shit.
Literally.
That's what I say. You definitely want to meditate, because meditation is gonna be the thing that helps you filter out your mind the most. Like, the negative thoughts gonna come regardless, but you can have more control over the thoughts that you entertain the more you do meditate and understand that your thoughts aren't you most of the time, especially those negative ones, those thoughts of doubt, those insecure thoughts and all that stuff. Those just come because you're not doing nothing, because your mind is idle. When your mind is idle, yeah, anything might come in and pop in. That's why you put a little kid in a room. They're gonna start touching shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have no set instructions on what to do. You know.
I totally feel that. My idle mind is the devil's playground, bro. I'm telling you, bro. And I was really just telling somebody that, like, those negative thoughts aren't you at all, bro. I feel like nothing is really you until you internalize it, bro. I feel like you can say, I'm the greatest podcaster in the world, but if I don't believe it, it's not gonna. It's just in one ear, out of the other one. So I feel like it's the same thing with any negative thing, in one ear, out of the other. Like, it means nothing to me, bro.
You literally can't entertain it, and when you are meditating and you get those negative thoughts, You don't, you literally let it come and let it go. You don't entertain it. You don't focus on it. You don't judge it or anything like that. You just let it go. And my thing is, if I do have a negative thought, I just quickly replace it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or I just stop thinking about it. Once I feel myself having that insecure line of thought and stuff like that, I don't entertain it at all, and I just keep moving. But I built that strength to be able to do that through meditation, honestly.
Gotcha. I got a question. How do you meditate, bro?
I mean, there's multiple different ways, you know what I'm saying? You can, mindfulness, that's the most popular. That's what you hear the most, and that's what I kind of was explaining when you sitting in silence, letting those thoughts come, focusing more on your breath, so you're focusing on the action. Like, you can do the same thing literally running or shit in shower or whatever. Like, as long as you're focusing on the outside world and that like you keeping your focus on you, your body, and what you're doing, like you getting into that zone, letting those thoughts come and pass, whatever you thinking about, and when you do start to focus on those thoughts, bringing your center back to your breath or whatever you have to focus on. Then there's also meditations where you are focusing on mantras and stuff like that, repeating them to yourself and things like that. So it's multiple different ways. But I would say do your own research, find out what works for you, and then.
I ain't gonna lie, I like that. I like that a lot, Joe. I just want to know what you be doing, bro. I'm gonna steal it straight like that. But I feel like it's the same as basically getting in the zone, though. Like when everything feels like it's going right.
Yeah, it's really hacking the flow state, man. It's hacking the flow state and hacking that focus and hacking the discipline, because the more you meditate, the more you will be able to focus. But the cleaner your mind will be when you are trying to do stuff. You'll have more attention. Your presence will be better when you do go places, because you'll be able to not be so stuck up in your head.
Gotcha. And that would probably help with anxiety, you think, too, right?
Yeah, I mean, it can. A lot of y'all got anxiety because y'all bitches, for real. We're not in the present moment, to be honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like anxiety is so overplayed out, and I used to have a lot of it. But again, like I said, I was acting like a bitch when I did. Like, I ain't just coming at you, my nigga. I'm coming at everybody that say they suffer from anxiety. You need to focus on the present moment, and it'll make that stuff a lot better, because you can look back 50, 30, 50, 100, 200 years. It wasn't, especially shit, think about your ancestors, they out in the wild. The only time they get anxiety was when it's a real threat approaching, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you hunting, you got one stick and there's 3 lions over there, yeah, you're gonna have some anxiety. But y'all be scared about going to school. Y'all be, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to myself too. Y'all, it'd be so much shit. Like, nigga will let anxiety take them from going to school or some shit just because they ain't do their fucking project, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, show the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts, bro. And I feel like that's a great way to, like, overcome that shit. Just do it, bro. Like,
you be thinking about scenarios and all this stuff that ain't happening, most likely not gonna happen. And me, like, you know what I'm saying? When stuff like anxiety and stuff get brought up, I go hard on it because I want y'all to take that same mentality of, yeah, fuck that shit. That shit for pussies, man. We masculine men. What the fuck, we ain't worried about no anxiety, you know what I'm saying? Nigga got 10 guns to my head. All right, now I might get a little anxious, but you know what I'm saying? Because I'm worried about what's going to happen. But, you know what I'm saying? If you just keep focusing on forward and focusing on this present moment, the anxiety, a lot of that depression, all that stuff will be relieved.
I'm telling you, it goes away every single trip, bro. I can't explain it, but it does, bro. And it's really, stop being scary, bro. I feel like being scary can hold you back from so many great opportunities, bro. And speaking of myself first, bro, there's been times, bro, I was so scared. And I was like, damn, if I just wouldn't have did that, bro, I probably wouldn't have had some fun, bro. And then I started doing the shits I was afraid of. And damn, I actually like some of this shit, bro. And I feel like it's going to be the same thing with you. So the next thing you see some shit you might be afraid of, let's say it's just talking to that bad chick. She a 10 out of 10. Go do that shit, bro. Because even if she reject you, you still going to be turned up because you did it.
You gonna be turned up and you've gained an experience point, my nigga. You literally gained an experience point. Next time you do it, you're gonna be less anxious. It's gonna be easier to do, and you're not gonna care about results as much. You're just gonna go do you and be you, because that's how you need to be. You can't be worried about what other people thinking, worried about how some shit gonna end up or whatever the fuck nonsense. As long as you doing what you know you need to be doing, and that's what it is too though. A lot of niggas not doing what they know they need to be doing, so that creates a lot of anxiety and makes you anxious about stuff. Cause if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, like yeah, you gonna be anxious. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do that project. That's why you anxious about going to school, cause you know you're gonna get an F, and then you know your mom ain't gonna let you go out on the weekend or whatever because your grades bad or whatever. But if you would have been doing what you're supposed to do, then you wouldn't have had to worry about that anxiety.
That's real life, bro. Just do what you're supposed to do, bro. The anxiety go away.
If you stop beating your dick, you wouldn't have anxiety walking up to women because your Johnson and your brain and your heart will be pulling you towards the bitches because you're not getting no release no other way. If your mind knows I'm not getting no release no other way unless I get a girl, you're gonna get hella girls.
I'm telling you, bro. And I like how you said the experience points, bro. That's all you really need is experience points. The more experience points you get in a certain subject, the better you get at that thing, bro. Easiest, hey, clip it. It's the easiest thing ever, bro.
Let's say replacing that anxiety with confidence.
I'm telling you, bro. Let's say you want to get better at talk to girls. Start shooting crazy. Shoot 10 shots a day. I have a friend. This nigga went crazy. Nigga, girlfriend broke up with him. He started shooting like crazy. Now he BG, big bitch getter. Get damn near any bitch. Like I'm telling you, shit like that. Turn the nigga up.
Exactly. And then once you acquire that skill, it's like riding a bike. You're never gonna forget. You can get in a relationship, be in a relationship for 10 years, and go back to the streets. It's not too much is gonna have changed except the fucking options and the way the bitches talk and the way they look gonna be a little different. But besides that, and the way the West headed, most of them gonna be overweight. So like I said, the streets is in shambles now.
The streets is in shambles, bro.
I don't think nobody should be actively wanting to go back to the streets if they live in the West right now.
I wouldn't.
Cause you in them right now.
I'm not in the streets. I got my shorty in the DR. She's just waiting on me. She's just waiting on me type shit. I'm gonna go
in the West over here. You in the streets.
I mean, I guess.
You ain't entertained in the streets though.
Yeah, nah, not at all, bro. And that's some that's some real ass shit though, bro. That's why I feel like it would be better to work on yourself too, bro. Cause that's what all experience points is. That's why older niggas be doing better than younger niggas, bro. They got more experience points, bro. You see, like, the 40-year-old in the club, like, still in the club with his jewelry on and shit. Yeah, it may have took him, like, 23 years to get to this point, but now he up. And now he got a shawty with a BBL living great. Living great.
That's all you gotta do, man. You gotta work on yourself and keep pushing that forward. As long as you're doing that, it's not really nothing, it's not really no exact science to this shit. It's not really no cheat codes you can do besides discipline and consistency. Because everything else is not gonna be sustainable. Like you looking at the anomalies, you looking at the scammers, the D-boys, and all that stuff. That they your age, they got money, they doing all this stuff, but they're doing something that's not sustainable. They're doing something that's they're not gaining any real skills, no experience points. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know guys that were selling drugs or were doing stuff like that, and their IQ is low as hell, like they dumb as fuck. So that stuff is like, yeah, the better they are as a business person, the better off they'll be doing. But it's not hard to be a successful scam or a successful drug dealer. Like, and you're not like, yeah, maybe the scammers, they got a few computer skills, and the drug dealers got a few money counting skills like that, but real tangible skills that they can take. Not too many of them have the business savvy to flip into some legal stuff.
Not really, bro. Not really. That's why they end up getting caught, bro.
And it's the law of averages. The more and more times you do something, the more likely you get caught. Like, all right, you ain't get caught the first scam. You ain't get caught that first brick you. So, you know, eventually, if you're doing something that people are really going hard at and federal crimes and stuff like that, the law of averages is going to catch up to you eventually, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody going to be money man and make it out the scamming game to be this rich, successful nigga, you know what I'm saying?
You might be right, bro. And even then, bro, I feel like it just depends on how you do it. Nowadays, niggas just be so dumb, especially like with social media, bro. I do not like that, bro. Big red flag for me. I feel like you just so hot. Like, I don't even like being near you. You hot right now, bro.
I mean, yeah, like most of the ones that really doing that and getting it, they not doing too much. They may either have that page where you don't know who they are, or they got like, and they got that page like a Bandman Kevo coming up where like you just see him stunting. You don't really know what he doing. You just see him stunting, and that's not bad either. But if you got that shit like, oh yeah, Chase Wells, like I say, you're posting that shit on your story every day, or you got girls doing it for you that they probably gonna tell on you if they get in trouble doing this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That all of that's just not smart. To me, I think you should just be consistent and disciplined on something that won't get your freedom taken away, but you know what I'm saying? Niggas out here gonna do what they do. The Islanders, though, I know y'all good civilians.
I'm telling you, bro. Every single one of y'all, bro. And I feel like the long-term aspect of it, bro. Who wants to be trapping all their life, bro?
I was saying it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable at all.
Like, I just feel like that shit, nobody's going to want to do that. I feel like it's too much of a headache. Even, like, breaking fucking in the banks, bro. Niggas going to keep doing that. You've been doing that for 20. Bro, you ready to get caught, bro.
Yeah, and the times that you don't get caught gonna make it an even bigger thing when you finally do get caught, especially something like robbing banks or something like that. I don't even know niggas still doing that nowadays, but that shit is just stupid. There's so many more ways. You better off scamming and robbing them in that way than trying to run up in there and shit like that. Like, be smart. Find if you find a glitch, you find a glitch. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, but make sure you got some skills and some people skills, some social skills, and you have an idea of what you want to do when you finally do get that money. If not, you're just gonna blow it anyway, no matter how you got it.
Facts, bro. That be the real successful ones. If you got an idea what you want to do with the money and then actually do it, you're lit. You basically discover a cheat code in the Matrix. Mm-hmm. Cannot lie. But it's a risky joint. It's one of those cheat codes where you might win or it's going to crash your whole server. Like, and you're going to have to restart in 5 years or go to prison for 5 years.
Yeah, and if it's built on, like, blood money, that's even worse because now you know what I'm saying, you know how when you put the cheat codes in, you can't get your achievements and shit no more.
Yeah.
That's like that because at any point in time, someone from your past can come and get all that shit snatched away from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Ami and the Hellcat. You know what I'm saying? Now he was doing the big, everything he wanted. Now he just want his girl.
That is crazy. Real life though. Real life. And that's what it is, bro. So really treat it like a video game. No, like, yeah, you can take a risk, but know the call, like, know what can come behind that risk, bro. Scared money does not make money.
That's the risk to get the biscuit, man.
I'm telling you, I feel like being scared, bro, will turn, like, can damn near ruin your life, bro.
I mean, it will ruin it. Some people won't even know their life was ruined because they were told the things that they were told playing it safe is what they needed to do, you know? Like a lot of people, school, college debt, work that debt off at a job. Hopefully you got enough money to retire at 60 years old, and they thought that's how they're supposed to do it, being on a straight and narrow. But you can be on a straight and narrow and still take risks. You just have to take calculated risks. Like, you might want to, boom, let me go to college, close college, HBCU, let me get this refund check. I know they're going to give me like 3-4 bands, and I'm going to take that 3-4 bands, and I'm going to risk it all into this business idea I want to do. Uh-huh. And then, shit, you probably going to drop out of college if that shit pop off. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's more so of a smart, calculated risk. Still being on the straight and narrow, but understanding the system and working the system. If you come from a family where you know, like, fuck, I can't go to school and work a job and still be a college student and get this money, but I know I can go take this refund check. Or matter of fact, my parents weren't forcing school on me, so they let me do my own thing. Let me get out of school, let me do a job, save my money up, then risk that shit because I'm young. You know what I'm saying? I'm 18, 19, 20 years old. Even if you as far up as 27, 28, 29, you know what I'm saying? You still got time to take hella risks. Like, yeah, anytime you get to your 30s, you might want to start easing up back on the risk, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to certain things, especially if you do have a foundation already. But if you don't have no foundation set, it's like you need to take hella risk if you want to be successful.
Facts, bro. Guys to take a risk. Gotta take a risk. Hey, shout out to risk takers, man. Goodness gracious. I like your hat too, though.
That big use.
Hell yeah. Bro, and we say just taking risks, bro. I feel like it's really the only way. And I feel like it don't got to be like a huge risk. We're not telling you you only got 10,000 put in the stock market. We're not saying nothing like that. But like a calculated risk, like, hey, what if you learned the options and didn't put the 10,000 in there? That's more of a, you might make some real money. Like, you might make some money.
And it's like, you can't look at it like, yeah, if you're truly gambling, then okay, yeah, you look at it as an L. But if you learn options a little bit, you put 10K in that motherfucker, you lost it all. You got hella experience now, nigga. Like, you know everything you did wrong, and you just know you don't need to do it again. And so many, just thinking of like trading and stocks, so many traders I know, they say they millionaires now. They 100 up 6 figures. And when I'm talking 6 figures, I'm thinking like 500K plus, you know what I'm saying? They up. But they all say like, yeah, I lost 50K when I first started, I lost 40K, I lost this amount of money, I lost this amount of money. And yeah, maybe they was trust fund babies or their parents gave them that money or whatever, they got it out of the lawsuit or whatever. The point is they put their money up and they risked it, you know what I'm saying? And you got some dudes, hey, they put that 10K in and it's sky up ever since, you know what I'm saying? But usually how the law of averages work, if you don't take time to learn the information, you're going to lose eventually, you know what I'm saying? So it's just about understanding the game that you about to hop in. It's common sense not to invest in something that you don't know nothing about, you know?
I mean, yeah, it is common sense. One thing about common sense is not common.
Mostly with niggas, yeah, you know, I find that's why you got guys that's like, oh my God, Kevin Gates, man, he be saying so much shit, but he be saying common sense. He be like, yeah, man, you gotta brush your teeth after you eat that booty. And he's like, oh yeah, man, I'm supposed to brush my teeth after, like, nigga, duh, know what I'm saying? Like, you brush your teeth a few times a day. Like, that's common sense, but like, motherfuckers be needing a nigga that they look up to say some regular ass shit in a goddamn damn near ASMR weights on the microphone for them to understand it. It's crazy.
I mean, that shit is crazy, bro. I never thought about that, brushing my teeth after eating ass.
But that was just an example, but I was trying to think of something specific, but he'll say something more like, what did he say? He'll be like, yeah, man, someone holding you back, you need to cut them off. Like,
oh yeah, that's some real motivational shit.
Every other community obviously knows that. You're not gonna see most of I ain't gonna say white people, but let's just use the Asian community, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna see them entertaining the motherfucker that's holding the family back. Like, they big on shaming and shit like that. Us in the black community and stuff like that, we might need to bring shaming back, cause you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people doing shit they ain't supposed to be doing. No, like, but the other communities, for them, it's common sense. Like, yeah, you know, we shouldn't kill each other, you know, maybe we should go kill people in the other community. But, you know, like, us over here, we like, nah, fuck that, let me rob the nigga over here. For the most part, that's how, like, the majority of the black community is in the inner cities and stuff.
Yeah, we gotta change that, man. Need a real change. Cannot lie to you.
But what it is, it's gonna be it's not really like, when people talk about change and fixing, it's gonna take a generation to suffer, bro. It's like, are you gonna be the type to be a part of that generation or be a part of the group that's suffering, or are you gonna be in a minority that understood, like, yo, I gotta back away from this shit that's going on over there if I really want to be successful?
I feel that, like, more like a Martin Luther King, like, really in the streets, like, marching and protesting type beat.
Nah, you ain't gotta do that. You just need to focus on yourself and make sure what you got going on and people around you are good. Because everything else, it doesn't benefit you to, like, yeah, you can, if that's what you want to be, like the marcher and the protester, that's cool. Like, I don't got nothing against activists, but you still got to understand that as guys, a lot of these hood good dudes, they're going to be dead early, they're going to be locked up, you know what I'm saying? And unless you can get in their mind and change their thinking, there's nothing you can do about it. Same with the woman. There's going to be a lot of single baby moms, going to be a lot of old single women and stuff like that suffering and probably trying to start a new feminist movement and all types of shit. But it's just about understanding, like, yeah, like, it's going to happen. I can't save everybody, but let me get to where I can get to and reach my hand back and save who I can.
But that is going to be the end of today's episode, man. I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in, bro. Oh, we got some big things coming next year, bro. Big things coming next year. Our first podcast of the new year. There's gonna be a little surprise in there for y'all. I almost forgot that. I just want to say I love y'all.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all keep taking care of yourselves. Keep breathing correctly. Get your meditation. Get your push-ups in, man. Cause New Year coming. Anything, and people always New Year's resolution. It's not a start date, man. It's not a start date. It's like what you want to get accomplished next year. If you're gonna do New Year's resolutions. So start on that shit right now, my guys. As always, we love y'all. Yeah.